This is a 2023 Range Rover Sport. If you loved my first view of the new Range Rover, the big boy, you will love this one. I'll be taking you through what Range Rover has changed in this model compared to the previous gen and everything in between to all those things that I like. Let's have a look. To get things started, we're going to kick off with the exterior of the car and starting off with the front up here. Similar to the new Range Rover, what they've done here is they've introduced a very minimalistic design, very clean and very modern in this car. You'll see that from the lights up in front and moving on to the radiator and the grille up there. But in this car, it's a bit more sporty compared to the Range Rover. That's the differences that you can pick up in this vehicle. And then going down the lip, there's a few accents there that really stand out when you're looking at the vehicle. I think then we can move to the side and then I'll show you the back and what those lights really look like. Let's go. Now that we've moved on to the side profile of the Range Rover Sport, I actually want to chat about the color on this car. It's a brand new color that Range Rover has introduced on this model and the bigger Range Rover. It's called Chelant Grey and it looks quite good with the naked eye. It's a bit too dark for my liking, especially on these cars because you want the details to pop, but it looks good nonetheless. What you'll notice on the side profile of this Range Rover Sport is that it has a lot less lines on the sides and creases, and it is a bit more smoother compared to the outgoing model. This Range Rover says it improves the drag coefficient of the car and makes it much more efficient on the road. You will let me know what you think of this new car and what it looks like on the side profiles. Let's have a look at the wheels. The wheels on this Range Rover Sport are huge, including these 23-inch ones that we have on this model over here. But you get a range of sizes for this car, including some different styles as well, which infuse some carbon fiber like styling within the tire or the wheel itself, which is really cool. But I like these big ones. I would only change the rim though, but they still look classy and good. Now we're at the back of the Range Rover Sport, which I told you is my favorite part actually from this car, because the front is distinctive, but I prefer the back much more. So what you have is again very clean back compared to the outgoing model, very smooth and rounded off lines. So you can remember with the outgoing model, actually the brake lights were much more square shaped. Here what you have is much more cleaner, much more rounded, something that I think you would find on more like a Jaguar model, not a Range Rover, but still this looks good. So you have those brake lights over there, some branding Sports and Range Rover here wide at the back, and then moving down to the bottom here, you have those tailpipes with some chrome accents over there. They are real pipes though, they are real. With that, you'll find that the number plate placing has also been moved from more at the top or center, more to the bottom here, right underneath the lid of the boot. And then underneath that is where you'll find the tow bar for your trailers, which can easily hide away. Like right now you can't see it, but when you need it, just press a button and it will pop out. And that's that, and I think let's go inside so I can show you all the fun tech in the car and my favorite features inside as well. Being inside the new Range Rover is quite a familiar place to be in. I'm comparing that to the bigger Range Rover that is. And I'm not wearing my belt because I'm filming this, or we're filming this indoors, the car's not moving, and this is an exclusive just for you. So what you find here is this all new steering wheel over here with all your intuitive buttons on the side. And then what I have right in front of me is this 14-inch super clear bright display for all my instrumentals. You could switch that up if you want to maybe change it to view a map or view any other technicalities or specifications within the vehicle. You can also view your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if you have it connected to the vehicle as well. What we have in the center here is this very cool PVA Pro infotainment system. It's a 12-inch screen and it's super clear, super bright as well. Very much similar to that bigger Range Rover that we were in earlier this year. And below that are all these buttons easily where you can change the driving modes of the car, your gear selector, some cubbies here for your cups, two over here, and then there's a fridge inside of here where you can cool all your essentials or maybe heat it up if you wanted to stay in your preferred temperature. And that's that inside or from my driver's seat. Further or looking wider, you can see very clean lines in the car, similar to that other bigger Range Rover that we were in. That's where all your air vents and aircon is. And then these super comfortable seats over here. I could actually live in this car. Just give me a few snacks and I'm sorted. Please close the door behind you. Thank you. Bye. Being in the back seat of the Range Rover Sport is no difference to being in the front in terms of comfort and everything plush that you get in the front seats. The seats here are also very plush, same detailing as the ones in the front. Very comfortable, a lot of leg room, even for someone as tall as I am. You can fit comfortably in this car. Well, we had to move the seat front a little bit, but still it's a very comfortable place to be in. What you find is that there's a screen over here. It is an optional though when you purchase in this car for entertainment, if you want to really, so that you can browse your own entertainment as a passenger. And then what you have is the center console over here in the middle, where you can fiddle around with the temperature and all your AC. Right underneath that are some ports for charging your devices, USBs, as well as a larger socket where you can actually plug in your laptop or maybe even an external power source that you want to charge, so you can use that, or anything else really that requires you to plug it into some sort of a socket. And then that's pretty much it, being in the back of the Range Rover Sport. It is a very plush area to be in, I might say, and you can also adjust the backrest on these seats so that you can recline and rest if you want to. And sadly, we've come to the end of our first view of the Range Rover Sport. I've certainly enjoyed my time with this car, but before I let you go, let's get into the specifics or the technicalities that many of you might ask me in the comments below. With this model, when it launches this year, we're getting 4 engine derivatives, 2, 1 diesel, 1 petrol, a plug-in hybrid, and then that V8 4.4 litre engine that's coming through. Pricing starts from 2 million rand and above, and you can spec it to your liking. And that's it from this very cool experience center in Johannesburg with the Range Rover Sport. Please do let us know what you think of this first view in the comments below, and please do remember to share with your friends and family wide wherever. Make sure you do also subscribe to the channel so that you can stay in the know with the latest videos from our side. And that's it from us. Until next time, have a good one.